Yo, what is up, everybody, and welcome back to another Madden 15 online game. Today we got the Dallas Cowboys and the Kansas City Chiefs. My opponent's got the Cowboys here, and I'm not looking forward to going against the Cowboys offense, man, because it's completely loaded this year. I mean, it's kind of the same as it was last year, but, players get better, and DeMarco Murray gets better, and DeMarco Murray breaks tackles, and there's no way to tackle DeMarco, and he gets 25 yards in his first touch. Thankfully, we do have the Chiefs defense, so we do have, Justin Houston and Tom Bahali coming out the edges. We got DeVito and Poe in the middle, so there's any team that can stop him. I like my chances with the Chiefs, but then again, it's DeMarco Murray. So DeMarco Murray's going to be breaking tackles out there. You see Tony Romo throwing that one. Looked like he was about to take off, and Romo's able to get it off to Cole Beasley there, get 13 yards. My opponent moving the ball, finding Beasley in the next play for a touchdown. This was a subscriber game, by the way, and it's on the PS4. So since it's on the PS4, I don't really know the buttons too well. So I'm I'm trying to figure out how to pause the game, and I called a timeout by accident trying to pause it. So I ended up losing a timeout there. I went to check the depth chart. While I'm doing that, my dude sends me a message here, and he's like, "Bruh, I thought you were better." And I'm like, okay. I mean, you got to touch down the opening drive, but let's calm down. Then he sends me another one just to, reiterate his point. I'm like, alright. I wish I had my I'm running this Broncos playbook on the PS4. I wish I had my normal Niners playbook so we could put some halfback passes in his face. But we're just gonna have to do with the Broncos playbook. And we came out firing after that. We ended up, finding completion after completion, finding Donnie Avery for the first down. Then Donnie Avery just started doing everything by himself out there. Avery getting a nice 20 yards. Next play, screen pass to Jamal Charles. Obviously, when you're playing with the Kansas City Chiefs, you're gonna give the ball to Jamal Charles as much as possible. But then this is where I screw up on second down. Now, on that play, definitely Jamal Charles was about to come out the backfield open, but I did not know that. So, that happened instead. I threw the drag route. I didn't have any other reason to play, so I'm like, all right, drag route. Works, it works, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. And not only did it not work, I ended up getting picked off on the play. So, we'll work on that. That's the thing about, new playbooks. So that's my excuse, man. That's my excuse for this game. I was running this playbook I haven't ran like a week, and my reads were off. But at least the defense decided not to give up a touchdown this time, and we're able to force a punt here. Next play, trying to hit Dwayne Bowe, but Dwayne Bowe drops the ball. Tight coverage there. Can't really expect him to catch that one. We come out in a little wide receiver screen, finding Donnie Avery, who didn't look like he was going to get the first down, but my opponent decides to go for the hit stick there, and that definitely boned them right there. And you see Jamal Charles getting his touches out here. While I'm trying to figure out these passing plays and stuff like that, we're definitely going to try to mix as many run plays to Jamal as possible. As you see this dude get crushed. He's hurt. I don't even know if he's coming back. I don't really care, to be honest. We don't need him. You see Donnie Avery getting another catch here. We're getting quite a few catches to Avery right now. Of course, Avery's the speed threat on the Chiefs as far as wide receiver position, so we want to try to hit him as much as we can. Third down, that was a bad read. Should have hit triangle there. Instead, hit the other dude. And then I was going to punt the ball, but like, you know what? At the 41-yard line, why don't I just go for this at 4th and 7? This is borderline field goal range out here. I don't think I can make the field goal, but I'd rather go for it than punt the ball. So that's what we did, and we get it. We only have one timeout left as I make another bad read. But, it's whatever. It's the first half. I'd rather, you don't get to keep your timeouts into the second half, so you guys will use them. I just rather keep them for 2-minute drill times and stuff like that, I don't like using them beforehand. As you see, unfortunately, Jamal Charles fumbles the ball, and we lose it, taking a big shot there. And that drive that looked promising after the 4th and 7 conversion gets killed. Thankfully, the defense is coming through. Ever since my dude decided to send his little message, he hasn't really done much on offense. And then, for some reason, he thought that me going for it on 4th down was an invitation for him to go for it on 4th down. Not too sure why. It didn't really work out for him there. At his own 39-yard line, I went for it like 41 yards away from the end zone. He goes for it at his own 39-yard line and gets picked off. So now it's basically like nothing happened because my turnover just now gets wiped away to fumble. Because we got the ball right back where we had it with the 2-minute warning approaching. So, I'm not really going to try to kill clock or anything, but we are going to try to score. And that, we didn't even score. We threw another pick. What's that, our 3rd pick of the game? Like, Jesus. Or 2 picks and 1 fumble. Either way, we turned the ball over, and for some reason I felt the need to show this one twice. Now, the thing about that play was I thought I could throw the corner route to the tight end, but what I didn't realize was that there was a cornerback covering Fasano and not a linebacker, as linebackers are normally the position that would cover a a tight end, but instead Brandon Carr was on him. And this guy, he was running the ball on a lot of third downs. The first time he did it was like a 3rd and 8. Caught me off guard. That was part of the reason why he was able to keep his drive going. As he goes for it on 4th down again on his own 32-yard line. He runs hurry up. He doesn't even come out in the play. He just runs hurry up. I don't know like what me going for on that 4th down provoked. All I do know is Tony Romo was out for the game, and his whole running on 3rd down strategy, we basically shut it down. Now you see here, I'm finding that check down to Jamal Charles that I wasn't really doing earlier. Now that I made the mistake, you learn from it. And eventually, I'm going to cash in, all right? He's giving me all the opportunities to stay in this game after I'm screwing up. So eventually, we're going to cash in. You see Jamal Charles hit the spin move there, getting 3 yards out of a play that probably was going to get nothing. Next play, we call it screen pass, but we find Travis Kelce, I think his name is. Kelce. I don't know exact name, but dude's been playing pretty good for the Chiefs this year. And he just got us the touchdown to finally tie the game. So this dude, he had his shots, man. He had his shots, but, you know, I don't know. I was going to play this game, and I thought this dude would be better, but he wasn't, man. I see he calls a draw play. Like I said, you know, a lot of draw plays and stuff like this dude was doing. First 2 times caught me off guard, but eventually, you know, that's what happens. That's what happens. You make adjustments, and you shut people down. That's what's going on. Meanwhile, you also got to make offensive adjustments, which is what we are going to try to do in the second half, because whatever the hell we were doing in the first half didn't work. First down, my drag route decides to run to the offensive lineman. I think it was Avery. I don't know what the hell that dude was doing, but it causes an incompletion. Bringing up a 3rd down 13 after that FL screen goes nowhere, and I don't really got much to throw. So I throw it to Jamal Charles, thinking he's going upfield. Instead, he was running a circle route, and we ended up having to punt the ball. And this dude, he literally, I don't know what the hell is going on, but he came out in an actual defense. He didn't even come out in like punt block or anything, even though I came out in a punt formation. So I don't know. He thought I was going for it every 4th down or what the hell was going on, but all I know is that we don't have to worry about Tony Romo, so that's pretty good. And Brandon Weeden comes out and does what Brandon Weeden does best, throw an interception. So, I mean, our offense isn't going to win the game, so we'll just ride our defense, and that's what we're doing right now. Our defense is literally, you know, keeping us in this game because, you know, just when I turn the ball over on downs, the defense gets us to stop when he goes for his own 32-yard line, and we get like easy field position and stuff like that. Their, you know, defense comes through again, and eventually we're gonna make these plays. 3rd down and 9, we find a nice little post route in the middle of the field, and now, you know, at the goal line, we definitely want to cash in for a touchdown here, calling another screen pass, and this time we do run the screen to Donnie Avery, and Donnie Avery gets in for the touchdown that gives us the lead. And that play, I like that play, man. It's got the triangle route and the screen pass itself. So definitely like that play right there. We definitely, you know, made use of it. That's where we got both of our touchdowns off of that one play. So we might have to run it a little bit more often. Obviously, when you run screen wide receiver screens often enough, they're gonna get, you know, they're gonna get stopped. But one thing that we're stopping right now is him with Eric Berry. Another reason why I take the Chiefs besides Jamal Charles, Eric Berry taking that one for 6 right there. Hurdling in the air. I figured, you know, if I hurdle in the air, that would throw off the timing with his offensive lineman. He wouldn't be able to touch me, and hopefully I'd be able to outrun the rest of the people behind me, get the touchdown there. And that's what happened. The pick itself wasn't really, you know, anything too special. That was just him making a bonehead read. I mean, if I wasn't there, there's at least 2 other people there, you know. So, you know, once again, like I mentioned before, the offense is coming through. It's really nice when you have a defense that can help you out. Obviously, this dude is not the #1 overall player on the leaderboards or anything, but at the same time, you know, like I said, you know, when you got the defense, it doesn't matter who you're playing. I mean, that helps out, all right? Especially when you're testing out offense. So that looks like it's going to help us through this game. But all of a sudden, you know, heading into the 4th quarter, he's starting to finally get things going. Brandon Weeden's starting to find his groove out here. And you see him rolling out the pocket, trying to find someone, trying to elude someone with Brandon Weeden. That's not the best idea. And then Weeden gets hurt. 2nd down comes up, and the new guy gets sacked. I don't even know who this guy is, the 3rd-string quarterback. Then 3rd down comes up. He tries to run a screen pass, and we should have stopped it with Eric Berry. Thankfully, someone's there to stop it before he gets the 1st down. And on 4th down, this time he does have to go for it. But he calls hurry up once again rather than just calling a new play. He comes out on a bunch of slants, tries to take off with the quarterback, and does not get it. And I guess the sort of good news for him is Brandon Weeden's coming back. Yeah, I don't even mind that Brandon Weeden comes back. So, you know, we are in control of this game. Of course, you know, the Chiefs are playing the Patriots tonight. Cowboys played the Saints last night. Cowboys whooped the Saints last night as we're not able to convert the 1st down there. Giving him a slight, you know, keeping the window open for him to make a comeback here. But, yeah, Cowboys whooped the Saints, man. I mean, the Saints, they had, they kind of had to look at them as a team that the team that isn't as good as they look like they might be. That might have just proved it, but at the same time, the Cowboys might not be the team we thought they were either, because their offense, if they can beat you in a shootout, that's good. I don't know how it works for them in the playoffs, but I mean, who knows? They might actually make the playoffs, man. That's the big thing. Who the hell saw that coming? And with the Eagles, losing and their streak of coming from behind and winning finally shut down as DeMarco Murray just goes into complete beast mode. We definitely had that stop. They made a great play there with Berry, but DeMarco does what DeMarco does. But yeah, so this dude, like I said, he still got a shot here. But yeah, the Cowboys, they're looking alright, man. And a few other teams that are looking alright. The Ravens, they're 3-1 now. I mean, it's gonna be hard for them to keep up with the Bengals, the only team they've lost to so far this season. But, the shot, the wild card, at least for the Ravens, is there. I kind of thought the Ravens would have a shot at winning the North, or at least the wild card from the start of the season. But, it's there. The only thing is, that division is so tough. You got to feel for the Browns and the Steelers, because they're not bad. It's just that, the other teams are so good in their division. That might be part of the reason why they get shut out, Kind of like the way the NFC West is. And even the AFC West was last season. So, you see this dude ended up turning it over. 3rd down and 9. He has a shot to stay in the game one more time. He even called his timeout, putting his try-hard pants on, this stuff. But we find Jamal Charles just, getting a broken play out there for a touchdown. Wheel route eventually got open and pretty much put the game away on that play. So, yeah, so let's see. The Ravens, I said they look good. Panthers, their run game, like I mentioned in the other video I did, they need the run game to come through. They need the running backs to be healthy, and that's not happening right now. The running backs are even more banged up since the last time I said something like that. So that's not really working out too well. And so yeah, the NFC East with the Eagles and Niners, who knows what's going on with that? The Niners, they got a big turnaround game, and for them to win that game with the amount of special teams and mistakes, and then Kaepernick throwing the pick six. For their defense to do that with the people that are missing, that was huge. That was huge, and, definitely don't want to fall to 1-3, because even though the Niners, they could be talented enough to pull themselves out of that hole, you don't want to be in that hole. Not when you're in the NFC West and you got the Cardinals who are 3-0 and the Seahawks who are 2-1 and, are the defending Super Bowl champions and all that stuff, and the Legion of Boom and all that. So, that was big for the Niners, and, I still think the Niners will make the playoffs, but they definitely needed that game, or else, might have been a little bit in jeopardy. This game is not in jeopardy. This game is done. We come through with the win. And, yeah, like I said, I don't know. I thought this guy would be better, but we won the game. So, guess he isn't that good. So, leave a like in the video if you enjoyed that. Subscribe for more Madden 15 online games and Ultimate Team. And I will catch you guys next time.